Hey everyone, it is Liam Cattison here, and this is episode 10 of season 6 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, last time was pretty, intense, some might describe it, and I certainly would agree with that one. Like I said though, Spuffy would be a thing that I would be so rooting for if preceding events weren't as abusive, because we had Spike finding the loophole and him being able to attack humans once again, albeit Buffy because of the way she came back after her death in season 5 and then her resurrection, with Spike taking a vulgar turn of events with it, saying that you came back wrong. So it will be interesting to see what happens after those last moments of the last episode. But like I said, it's something that I am really nervous about in terms of them, in terms of the road that they're going to go down towards. So, yeah. But on the other side of things, we had Amy return after a few years being spent as a rat, and her getting adjusted to life again, as well as taking some kind of bad influential role to Willow. With Tara not being there to slap her hand if she does magic, Amy's all for it. So, yeah, I'm also concerned on that front as well. So, yeah, why don't we get into this episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Excited to check this episode out. So, with that said, let's go.
God, I just closed my eyes for a minute. And now there's cartoons. Plus,
but you had another forget spell put on you. That's bad, I'm sorry, okay, but I just had
sure
to.
as soon as
Say that.
What did you think was gonna happen? What, we're gonna read the newspaper together? Play footsie under the rubble?
Yeah, I mean, you could have done, but...
Not exactly what I had in mind.
Stop! Hey, vampire got me hot. One. But he's gone. You're just convenient.
That's it, though.
So what now?
Oy, and that stings.
You go back and treat me like
If I'm going out in the sun, that stings more.
I may be dirt, but you're the one who likes to roll in it, Slayer. You never had it so
And it
good.
doesn't help with your abusive nature.
Yeah, it made you scream, didn't it?
I swear to God, if you tell anyone about last night, I will kill you.
Right. You are gonna want these too.
Oh, she's a freaking amazing witch now. I couldn't even keep up with her last night.
Amy.
No, it's true. I mean, I can do some transmography, but she's messing with dimensions and everything. It was awesome. This blowhard dude, first she made his mouth disappear. Thank God. And then... I'm talking too much. Sorry. It's just been, me and a bag of pellets for the last few years, so... Yeah, I should go home. Dad's expecting me.
Okay, call you later.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
You sure you're all right?
not awkward whatsoever, is
I'm
it?
sorry about everything.
It's okay. You should rest. You're beat from monster wrestling all night.
Yeah, right.
Thanks. Yep.
Liam, what's up?
Anya has a theory. She thinks that Martha Stewart...
She's got a
killed that guy.
theory.
Don't be ridiculous. Martha Stewart
That it
isn't
could be
the demon.
bunnies?
She's a witch.
Please, she... Really?
Of course.
You should leave that in the hands of a professional. Oh. This one's giving off vibes.
I don't mean to.
I'm giving off
Vibes
vibes.
with
Get
you.
the hell out of here,
Think it's
vibes.
in a negative way.
No, I mean you. You have power, girl. It's just coming off you in waves.
Not so much.
Oh, no.
You taste like strawberries.
That's the cinnamon roll, nurse. I hope you haven't taken that. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Grounded all my fears. I gave him my sugar. He swallowed my salt. Should have seen him coming. That's all.
Oh goodness. This is trippy. Oh goodness, that is creepy. Don't do drugs, kids. Especially spell drugs. Listen, I just wish I could help her out. I want to hug her. I just want her to realize this is not the way.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
You have a spatula?
Or you could do it the hard way. Spatulas are for wimps. I'm making peanut butter and banana quesadillas.
Okay.
You want? No, thanks.
Good flex there, Dawn.
You should. She's as bad as I am, worse. I bet she's at Rex right now.
Rex?
Oh, please. He does spells heavy stuff. Willow's his new favorite.
She's there. With Dawn?
Oh,
don't shake me again,
lordy
super strength, I think I'm gonna
lord.
boot.
And tell me where this place trailers. I like the trailers.
I'm glad you do, because the cheese and the nachos get cold, and that was before the dark times. COVID. Well, oh my god.
God, do you sleep through anything?
This is
I was like yelling and nothing.
frustrating and
Knackered.
ugh.
Had a lot.
You know how long I've been out here? It's too late for the movie. And that guy smells like... Are you okay?
No, sense is bad. Sense it's wrong.
So, what do you want to do?
She's even like,
It's late. I just
Yeah.
want to go home.
No way. I said was the most perverse, degrading experience of my life.
and yet you still did use him to
That might be how you get off. But it's
set
not
it,
my
but
style.
yeah, they're
No,
both
you're
in
calling.
bad
Give me a run
areas
for my money, Slayer.
because she's only using him to
Now, I
make
admit
her
it, you
feel
got me by the short
something.
hairs. I love you. If you don't stop being such a bitch, maybe I will bite you.
That's it. I want you out of my life, out of my work, out of my
Too
home.
late for that. You invited
This
me in
is
already.
going to just frustrate
And
me,
as for
isn't
your
it?
work, you need me.
I didn't.
Did you raised hell with your magics?
Oh boy! Oh!
Don't. She has nothing to do with it. It was me.
Can this guy? Oh my god! Good lord, dog! Can you not reverse into him? Well, oh my!
Take that, Scuzz.
Willow! Jeez, this is really pissing me off. Not only have you put yourself and Dawn in danger, but you've also destroyed someone else's vehicle, which you stole. Which, you know, you could have done a nice trick to run him over, but, you know. Oh, shh. Oh my god! Oh my god, Willow is definitely getting lectured and a half after this. Oh.
Now you're scared? Better late than never.
Honey, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was an accident. I didn't see. I'm so sorry.
You put her in danger, Will.
Donnie.
When Spike is not impressed, that's when, you know, lines have been crossed. I know she's being genuine, but she's still fucked up big time.
Get up.
I screwed it up. I've tried and I can't.
You can.
I can't. I just... God, I need help. Please.
You do,
Please
hon.
help me.
You do.
Please.
Because this is gonna... This is gonna kill someone.
It started before she left. It's why she left. I guess you don't actually have an option on the whole super thing.
Well, there's nothing wrong with you. You don't need magic to be special.
Don't I?
You were already special
Buffy, who
before
was I?
magic.
I was out of my mind. I did things I can't even...
I mean...
It won't happen again, I promise.
Yeah.
No more spells, I'm finished.
Good.
I want to hope she means
I
that.
think it's right to give it up.
Stinky yak cheese in my bra. Don't ask.
No, I don't have to.
'Cause it's over.
Exactly. It's
She's
over.
contemplating with her and Spike, isn't she? I can see the way she's looking, as if she's reflecting on herself and talking to herself about this being over. It's gonna be one stinky room though, isn't it? That much garlic. But it's over. I do hope that it seems like this is the case. She's making that big step, and I do hope it's true. I mean, I know she made that mention about okay, I'll give it up for a week, etc. Obviously that didn't age well, but there was less consequences going around at that time. This was a slap on the wrist for Willow. This is something much worse. This could have been fatal. We could have lost Dawn. We could lose. Like, this is it. If she keeps going, she's not going to lose people in terms of the connection, but in terms of the connection of their life. They could die, and this is it. Like, addiction can do very, very, not just dangerous things to the people around you, but to yourself as well. And can you really put yourself in that position where you want to say, where you have, like, this is it. You don't want to be in that position where you think, if this goes on too much longer, they could be burying me, or they could be burying someone that we both cared for, but this was my fault. And that's it. Oh boy. I mean, this is it. Like, I'm getting frustrated with Willow, but I'm hoping this is a big step, because I want her to thrive once more. I want her to be the Willow that I adored so much. This isn't the Willow that I adored so much, because this is a concerning Willow. This is a Willow that is scary, to be fair. Yeah, I just worry, but I hope that this is the first step to something greater for Will, because I am concerned for her, so... Oh, I mean, this was pretty trying in certain areas, this episode, because, you want to stay up, buddy? That would be great. No, but it was, see, it was pretty trying, but especially for both Willow and Buffy, especially since there is, that connection. There is the connection that you do sympathize with both characters, but you can also, talk about how wrong they are taking certain directions. Like, it's wrong that Buffy is resorting to, using Spike, if anything, especially since this is giving Spike a lot more fuel, and we'll go into that in a bit. And with Willow, especially since she's having her crisis in identity. She is hurting. It's not like she's doing this out of intent. You do sympathize there, but of course you're not going to be like, I don't know, you're not going to back away from saying, oh, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't, yeah. So I just feel so bad, like, with the fact that Willow is falling into this was rock bottom, because I mean the breakdown scene, I think, needed to happen for Willow to realize that she needs to stop. Whether that's, I do hope it sticks, because we had to say that I'm gonna stop. Didn't even last 12 hours. With this, though, there is a lot more heavy consequences that is thrown around, with the fact that something bad could have happened to Dawn. So, something did, but you get the idea. And it's to add insult to injury, and I think this does aid Buffy just absolutely launching one against Willow, understandably. Because not just is it her sister, but it's not been that long since Joyce died anyways, and, she could have lost Dawn as well. Added to the fact that Buffy's already dealing with her own issues anyways, post-resurrection. She's dealing with all these negative emotions. So that's another one to add onto the pile. As well as adding a negative emotion anyways, with how she's trying to feel something, but she's going in a very, very reckless direction about it. So, this is it, though. Like, Spike is feeding off her, in a sense, with the fact that Buffy can say, what I did with you was revolting, but it was like the kiss. Spike, I don't know. The fact that Spike has, seen Buffy say something like that with the kiss, and then that obviously aged badly, and then once again, and then it took it up a notch with them two having sex. This is it. Buffy's in a vulnerable place, and Spike is just using that to his advantage, with the fact that he is trying to force, himself onto Buffy. At the same time, though, it's just really, really, yeah, it's just really, really sickening with the fact that he's feeling dominant. Like, he tries to block Buffy's critiques of herself out, and what she did, yeah, it makes her feel nauseous. And this is it, she's struggling, and it's a pleasing factor. With her going to him, it pleases him. He doesn't weigh in the consequences, and, it's, of course, the fact that he doesn't have a soul, there's a reason why he doesn't, regard the struggles that Buffy is going through, but that's all he cares, really, isn't it? That there's that pleasing factor. It's fuel for him. So, and the fact that he finally got his wish from last season, it's so satisfying, and there's a lot to digest, because he was so obsessed last season that he went to great lengths to feed on that. And yeah, you do obviously sympathize with Buffy so much more, because what Spike showed there was no sympathetic areas. The only sympathetic area there is that using element, but with Buffy, it's so much complicated, especially with the fact that she is going through she's dealing with all these negative emotions post-death. And not just that, though, but she feels like, especially with no one else to turn to, she feels like Spike is a great catalyst for her to feel something, at least, because Giles is gone, everyone is too wrapped up in their own stuff. She's all alone. And there is no one to be there for her with what she's going through with all these negative emotions. The sad thing is, as well, that, with her, with her going to Spike and them two having sex, and or them two feeling intimate, it's this idea of trying to feel something, but at the same time, it's very contradictory. Not by Buffy's own, like her, like not that Buffy intends it. It's the fact that she wants to feel something, and at that moment there is, but then there comes Buffy's guilt, Buffy's critiques of herself that she went through this. So it's adding another negative emotion to what Buffy's already going through. At the same time, she is trying to feel something other than negative. So it's very, very sticky, and that's why you feel so bad for Buffy, as well as the fact that she's like, this is it. You sympathize with Buffy, and it is kind of frustrating that she is using Spike and giving him more fuel as well. But at the same time, you do feel so sorry for her with what she's battling through, and it hurts with the fact that she's adding another negative emotion onto the proliferate that she's got already. At the same time, she's trying to feel something else, so it's a sticky situation, and Spike doesn't help whatsoever with the fact that he's already degraded Buffy a few times already in the space between the last episode and this episode. He's tried to deny her the idea that, okay, this is wrong. He's tried to be like, oh, stop talking out your ass, etc. So he's not helping whatsoever. And, that's, well, everything in this, how he's so insistent to force himself upon Buffy and everything, it's night and day to whose fault it is, much more, because Spike is not helping himself out whatsoever. So, I mean, there is that, like I said, there is that little bit of sympathy towards Spike, because, but in this episode, I feel like he was more vulgar than he was in the last episode. He's now got that satisfaction. He's now been fed, and he is now using that against Buffy to try and feel so powerful against her, to feel that, oh, it's only a matter of time before you do this again. So, yeah. But it's just really, really, sad with what Buffy's going through, and already the negative emotions, but also, her story parallels with Willow's, where she's just, so addicted to something at the minute, but it's hurting both of their lives. And it did with Willow. Like, she's had a breaking point as well. And you just, like, there is that worry that Willow will break that promise. Like how Buffy, like how she's, garlicked it up in the room and got the stakes out, that there will be a moment where them two will go at it again. There is that worry, but what is present is that both of them are going through their own struggles. With Willow, this is it. She's in such a very, very complex area, because it's more than just an addiction. It is something to thrive onto, because of there comes the questioning of identity. Who am I without this? I'm just going to be worthless to everyone, etc. And it is hurting her. And this situation is because you do sympathize with Willow. You what she did in this episode, the reckless thing she's done, is not something to gloss over and whatnot. It's still something that creates disappointment for you. And I'm glad that she is taking responsibility. Because she even, like, compared to the last episode, she said that Tara left me for no good reason. And in this episode, she finally comes to that acceptance. At the same time, she has that breakdown, and she can't deal with another incident that is tragic, like her nearly killing Dawn. So she realizes what is at stake, and yeah, this is it. I do, and this is it. I do love Dawn. Dawn, I do love her, but love Willow. She is someone that is a character that is seared onto my heart, and it hurts whenever she does something reckless, something that I don't approve on, because I want her to get better, or I want her to improve, and to see that there is so many layers to Willow's thirst for power is, and all of these complex emotions she's dealing with. It's just, so yeah. On top of that, though, like with what she's going through, with how she is questioning her identity without the power, how she's feeling lost, worthless, she's hurting with Tara. It's like all of this. I do feel like the whole when Willow was out of it, and Amy, but Willow was out of it twice in this episode. I do feel like it could have been a bit done subtly because of the fact that, like I said, Willow and what she's going through, it's so much more than just a bit of an addiction. But I feel like they needed to build towards that moment where she almost she severely hurt Dawn. So I get what they were trying to do, but I just feel like there are more layers to what Willow is going through than just to chalk it down to a metaphor to her just being addicted to something. She needs this at the minute. She feels worthless without it. She is at a breaking point. She can't think straight because she's tried, but she's that's what I'm talking about. With her questioning who she is without it, with her lost without Tara, the fact that this has been there for quite a few seasons, because we remember back to Something Blue, and she was so hell-bent on using that as a coping mechanism for Oz. There's so many layers to this, but yeah. And this is it. It's not like she's doing this, like, I feel like with Willow, it's not like she's doing this like to hurt people, but sadly, if you're that knee deep into something as, I guess, distortive as magic, as we saw, in such a reckless way as well, you don't have that control, and that's it. Like, she didn't want to hurt Dawn, but she had no control when she took off in that car, and yeah, so but this is the thing, though, like, it's so it is frustrating that Willow will take these reckless decisions, because you're like, Willow, please, and you don't want to hate her because of the fact that I love her, but this is it. You could see how she was at a loss. She was at a loss in the shower when she was hugging Tara's clothing. She did have that remorse, and she couldn't stick to it because she's so knee deep. So when she apologized to Dawn, that wasn't, her realizing, that was her realizing, look how far I've fallen. But also, she's she is realizing that she needs help. She needs control of this because she's tried, but she couldn't stick to it. So she needs help. She is desperate at this moment, and that's it. She just needs someone to just hold her and, give her something more than just this at the minute. So, and this is it, though. Like, with the guilt she's feeling, like with the crisis, with the hurt, this was like going back to Something Blue. That was a numbness for the pain, and I feel like there are people out there in the real world who'll try to numb their feelings. They don't do it to make themselves hateful to the people. They don't do that, like, they don't turn to these concerning elements just for the hell of it. But some people need to mask their emotions. Like Buffy is trying to mask her emotions with Spike, but it creates more problems than it solves, as it is with Buffy, because like I said, Buffy's trying to mask it by, like, she's trying to mask the negative emotions, but she's adding more negative emotions. It's the complexity there with Willow. She's trying to mask all of these issues that she's having, but she's bringing on more than she's solving, so yeah, I just want to hug her. That's the thing. But I mean, this is it though. Like, there might be people out there who, would turn to magic in a way to help themselves, but you become so addicted onto this dark path that it can corrupt you, it can consume you, and make you do things that you don't intend on, but you have no control, and here we go. So, oh, Willow, 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 Willow. Yeah, like I said, I do hope she sticks to that promise. But yeah, this was episode 10 of Buffy. We'll be interested to find out what happens next. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, Willow will start to be on a path of recovery. Same with Buffy, but I'm more skeptical with Buffy over Willow because, well, Willow's had a breaking point, and I feel like with Buffy and post-resurrection, all these negative emotions, yeah. There is one point I've got to make a comment on Dawn. I really loved how she's utilised. I felt like when she, wrestled with that, which is really, really odd after the context in this episode, but you get the idea. Once she, encountered that demon that was chasing her, she really put up a fight there as well. So, and then she did snap at Willow. Understandable though, because yeah, especially with the fact that Dawn's been in such a tiring predicament herself as well, with Buffy, like Tara, for example, like she's, if anything, the only support figure she has at the minute, with Willow and Tara just, going off, and then Willow's just so consumed with the magic. Buffy is, having her demons as well. So, yeah, I do feel so bad for Dawn as well, with the fact that she's been in a bad place. And this is it, though. It's already it's building from losing Buffy, losing her mum, being the key to everything. And she's a teenager as well. So, sorting issues out is going to be more of a hassle, I'd say, giving her age. So, it's all sticky. This situation, it's all... Yeah, that's all I can say. It's like that. But yeah, that was episode 10 of season 6 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, you can check the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Beats channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Doodles!